Hey guys, RC here. Uh, I'm just throwing this video out there because I think most people that do YouTube videos always try to put their best foot forward and, show how to min max games to death. And I've never done that. I make no secret that I'm not the best gamer in the world, nor do I try or even aspire to be. I play for fun. Uh, I came across this the other day, about a week ago, and I've got a RimWorld series going. This is not taking the place of that. It was just I came across a video in my YouTube feed called the Sea Ice Challenge, and I said okay, and I had marked it to watch at a later time when I got caught up to speed on some of my other things, and so I finally started watching it, and it just blew me away. So, normally I don't do, the cold biomes or no wood, no trees or anything like that, just because it's a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. And, but this was done, and it uses a hack called a triple, what do they call it? Where I've got my little thing here, a triple um, cold snap. So you get the cold snaps every once in a while that crash the temperature, and if even if you're in a warm area, it could get down well below freezing, maybe even into the low negatives. In this one, you're typically running around negative 120 is the norm, because it stacks three cold snaps on top of each other, and it's permanent. It never stops. So, during the day you might warm up to minus 115, 110, below zero. And then when it gets really cold, it gets really cold. So I've been playing it, and I've died 5 times, and I have not gotten very far. I've not gotten very far at all. So anyway, I just died, and I said, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to actually record myself playing this, just because I think it would be a hoot, a laugh for you guys to see how bad I suck at this. Now, there is a link, and what I will do is I will try to remember to link to the series that I actually saw this, the guy that put it together, and he has a link to his actual save, which is what I'm playing here. So basically you start with the same character. There's certain rules. So like some of the rules are you cannot, there's no cannibalism, no organ harvesting, no butchering humans. You can't wear tainted apparel. So if someone dies and you can't strip their clothes and wear them, and you start with just bare minimum clothes like a t-shirt and pants. So it's pretty tough. So basically, this is my save folder, and you can see my series that I'm doing here with you guys on my channel. My solo save, and this is one I downloaded the Star Wars mod packs the other day over the weekend and was playing with that. But here's the Sea Ice Challenge. And I had started one that I downloaded off of Steam. The one on Steam, you've got to go in and you've got to add code. And I haven't been able to get that to work right. So this permadeath is the actual save file. So basically what I do, because it's a permadeath, is once I downloaded it, I saved it on my desktop here. And so when I die, you can't start from your previous save point. So I just go in and delete that, copy it, and repaste it. And that way it gets you immediately starting again. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I've just reloaded it. So we'll hop into the game. So you do that by opening your save data folder. And that's what opens that save folder for you to copy and paste. So we'll close that. And now it's actually in there. And there it is, the Sea Ice Challenge. And I'm going to load with my mod list. I've got some mods, I have the Star Wars mod, so I'll have some different clothing and stuff that he will not have in his save that'll generate over time, but it doesn't change the basis of the game. So you need to immediately pause because time is everything in this challenge. So you can see right now, off to the right, you can see we have 3 simultaneous cold snaps, and it's only 29 below zero right now. Believe me, it gets colder. So when we get closer to winter, actual winter time, you basically will not be able to go outside. So if we take a look around the map, and if you use his save, we'll all have the same thing. We've got a few pieces of steel over here. I've got some food out here. And these are at the extremes of the map. I've got some more steel and a ship chunk, another ship chunk, some more steel. I've got some steel here. And we've got steel and wood over here, pretty close by. Couple of meals and another ship chunk up there. So the other thing is you can do quests, but you cannot take any resources from there. Like you can't mine for more steel or, things like that. So, but anyway, there's actually a link to, right here. But anyway, that's the rules of the challenge. So we're paused, and now we do start with a good bit. So let's take a look at our pawn, and you are allowed to modify it a little bit, but because this is a save, it's cast in stone. So this is important and capable of nothing. The traits are all the same. You start with these 3 traits. So you don't get sick very much. You get the permanent mood effect, and you're a little faster than normal. And we can shoot well, we can construct well, we can cook okay, we can grow okay. Basically, we can do everything. All right. So what do we do? Well, again, I'm on episode 7 of his save. So we want to kind of, I've experimented in starting in various places. And let's see, about 1 1/4. We should be pretty close to center. About 1 1/4 there too. All right, so first, we're very limited in wood. We only have 300 wood, and we've got, let's see, we've got 300 wood, 450 steel. So everything's gonna basically be out of steel. All right, so we're gonna go, and all we're doing is trying to get a quick construction. And we are going to use a wooden door, and that's for quick ins and outs. The other thing I'm going to do is build a campfire. This is our initial heat source. All right. And I want to I want to go in, and this is just me, but now this is something he suggested in his video. Research we're going to set to a 2, construction a 1, deconstruction I'm going to make a 3, repair I'm going to make a 3. Now this is because I have all this extra stuff here. Firefighting is going to be a 1. Doctoring is going to be a 1, and we want to turn on self-tending. All right, now he recommends the first thing you build is the door because you have the least amount of wood, and if you botch that, he says you just assume literally start over. All right, so we're going to prioritize, and then we're going to pop on speed 3. All right, and then let's get up to the steel. Hopefully we don't botch anything. I'm going to actually forbid the door. All right, so we are inside. So we have achieved semi-survivability. Now, I've gotten this point pretty good. Even if you botch this a little bit, you're okay. But if we take a look, Temperatures dropped to -70, and we already have hypothermia at 12%. All right, so we're in the room here, and you can see the temperature, our hypothermia is still going up. Now it's going down. So everything in this save, or in this challenge, comes down to basically timing. So you have to get in, warm up, get rid of your hypothermia before you go out and do anything else. All right, so we are going to build a couple of stockpile zones. This one is going to be for pretty much everything. This one is going to be for steel slag. Now, we aren't going to need that, but there's also some tricks that I have found from him. So we want to go for our wind turbine here. Power. I'm going to put one power cord there, and you'll understand that. It was a neat trick, and I thought it was ingenious. Didn't know you could do it. All right, the other thing is we have to kind of look. So we're at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's -122. Now, we are in Jugust, so we kind of need to keep a close eye on things. Now, I'm going to kind of show you this. Well, yeah, let's kind of show you this trick. So we're going to go to the world. This will take a second because this is the first time generating the planet. Now, his episodes are an hour long. I'm going to keep mine at 30 minutes. And it probably won't last that long. We may only have, one or maybe even 2 episodes because I haven't gotten very far. And my little chair's moving out there. All right, so we want to click on here, form a caravan. Always drop your gun. And if you're wearing a flak vest, drop as much weight as you can. That way you can carry more. Doesn't matter where we go, because we're not going to actually go anywhere. But we're going to accept the caravan, and then we're going to zoom in, and then we're going to choose her. And she, this is the point, if you're traveling, you go and you gather up all the stuff. Well, what we're going to do is we are going to come out, and let's come out to this farthest point. We're going to load. All right, and we're going to drop that off, and I'm going to hit C to cancel the caravan. So she's going to drop all that off. Now let's check her health. She is shivering, so let's get her back inside. Let's forbid the door. All right, how much steel do we have up here? All right, we've got 65. All right, I want to put a heater right there. All right, and I can unrecruit her as long as you forbid the door. That way she doesn't go outside. There's a lot of micromanaging in this challenge, let me tell you. All right, so we're at 14%. And you can see you can't go very far because if you get to a certain point, you die. And that's what's happened to me multiple times. All right, so we're just out of hypothermia. It's -117. That's 3 in the afternoon, so that's about the furthest that we're going to get, right? All right. Where? Okay, our components are right here. So I want her to prioritize this. And she wants to come way out here. So I don't want her to waste a trip for one stack or just one thing. So that's what the caravanning allows, is for you to maximize what she can carry. And that's okay. So we're going to come down and we are going to, we're going to load all, and then haul. And then I'm going to immediately drop that, and we've canceled the caravan. She is going to eat. and then we're going to get her inside again. Forbid the door, unrecruit, let her warm up. And you can see we got to minor. So it's very meticulous and a very fine line if you stay out too long at these temperatures. And then you can see it's getting later in the evening, the temperature's dropping. But here's where it gets very important. It's very important to get this heat source up. All right, I'm going to go ahead and prioritize. All right, she's shivering, but we're going to go ahead and try to get this up and going. All right, and let's go ahead and prioritize this. Oh, she botched that construction. Oh, well. All right, we're inside. Let's take a look at her. Serious hypothermia. All right, so we're up to 44%. Not cold enough. We have not gotten... what do they call it? Frostbite. Oh, now we have. So we're going to have to wake her up. Make sure I checked self-tending. So we're going to wake her up, get that tended to. Because that's pretty, well, yeah, it's pretty bad, you know. But it's coming back already. And then she can go back to sleep if she wants to. Oh, more frostbite. And at these higher levels, that fire takes longer and longer. Now remember, we're very limited on the amount of wood that we have. So it's important that we get this built. Oh, in fact, we botched that. Oh, my God. All right, so this has to come down quickly. We are in dire straits now. Come on. Yeah, I can't do much of anything here. Oh, she's tending again. Oh, we lost a little toe. That's not good. We are down to shivering, so that's going to hurt us because that's going to cut into our moving by 10%. So that's, I would call that a fail right there, because basically in our bio we get the jogger, which is 0.4, but we just lost 0.1 of that. Was it 0.1 to 0.5? Oh, so I'd say we're pretty screwed already, right? All right, we do not have... All right, the frostbite's about gone. All right. She's half rested, but I think we're going to prioritize working on this. No. Work on that. And I want to get a zone inside. That is going to be our preferred stockpile for meals. All right, I'm going to let it... No, drop that, get inside. Oh, shit. Forbid the door. All right, so here's the other problem. So now we're not generating enough wind. So we're going to want to get another turbine up. Right there. All right, now you can see with the heater and the fire, we're running 60s to 70s inside. So we want to get a second turbine, start researching batteries, and get a second heater, right? That's what we want to work on. So let's check our needs. She's pretty rested. And that moving is 4%. All right, we're going to undo that. 50, 90, 99. We got 101 steel. All right, we're still shivering. That's minor. I may not want to finish that. In fact, we don't. Let's get back inside. All right, warm up. And you can see how quick. I mean, we were already at Sirius, but with the fire and the heater, we're dropping real quickly. So that's key. All right, I do not want to use any more wood. So we want to deconstruct that, prioritize that, and we're going to want to build a copy of that. Let's see, right there, I think. Let's finish this. All right, so we're already shivering. Take that and then haul that. Okay. Now, let's see where we're at. Time-wise, 21 minutes. All right, we're shivering. Let's go ahead and... Hey, Piper. All right, let's check where our next batch of steel is. Right here, I've got 114. All right, let's see. Now, with only the heater, it's kind of like with the fire. We're not warming up quite as fast. So we are going to have to wait here a minute. I think what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and set our stuff here. So we want a steel research bench. Again, you can't use your wood for everything. We do want a wood bed. I want a steel stool and a steel 1x2 table. Now I want to forbid those for right now. Is she sleeping? Yes, she is. All right, well, hopefully that heater overnight will warm her up enough. Okay, there goes the hypothermia. All right, so how are we doing on sleep? She's fine. It is 1:21. It's 3 in the afternoon, but this is about the warmest it's going to be. So we're going to undo the door. We're going to form our caravan. Doesn't matter where we go. Zoom in. And I want to come down and we want to load steel, wood, and then haul wood. And we're going to hit C. All right, now you see how she's outside? I want to make her work on the bed instead, and then we're going to forbid that door behind her. She's going to eat. Let's check her. Remember also, the more hypothermia you have, the more it messes up your manipulation, and that could affect your ability to complete your task, right? So do we want her completing that just yet? Probably not while it's... So I'm going to forbid that just for a second. We've got food inside so she can get warm. And we really, really want this thing up and running here ASAP. Down to minor. All right, shivering. I think I'm going to let her go ahead and work on it now. Oh, thank goodness. All right, research. Let's do that one next. I don't know if I'm going to have enough for that though. That's going to take 100 steel. I've got 50 there. That's 65. Man, that's going to be a long run. That's going to be a long run. But it's imperative that we get the research bench up first, because that allows us to research batteries, which we're going to need really bad. All right, time-wise, let's go ahead and put a cut in right here. I've survived one episode. So I will, again, try to remember to put up. This is just one I'm doing for fun because I saw it. It intrigued me. And it's just a completely different way of playing the game. And you'll see when we get raided, we won't ever have a lot of wealth, I don't think. But when we get attacked, a lot of times the raiders die before they reach the base. So that's interesting. And in his playthrough, he got lucky with a couple of early drop pods and things of that nature. So that helped him out immensely. We'll have to see. The last playthrough, I actually got raided twice at the same time. I got raided from a guy down here and then a guy up here. The one from the south actually got all the way up, and I had to start shooting at him and ended up killing him. And because we can't use dead man's apparel or tainted clothing, that clothing was wasted. And this guy died way up at the top because he prepared for a while. And what you have to do there, I guess, is you almost have to leave. You have to time your leaving to get up right about the time he goes into serious hypothermia and passes out. So you can strip him and then put the clothes on before he's dead and have time to put the clothes on. And what happened was I didn't put the clothes on, and I was running back, and I actually passed out right about here and died. So anyway, oh, there's some steel right there. That's going to be closer. Ooh, okay. So that's probably the run we're going to go on when we come back next episode. Probably wait until the morning when it's a little bit warmer. We might come out and try to move a little bit of this in the meantime, or we just may keep her in here and let her get a good night's rest. Leave a like, and again, check out the video below. His video will actually have a link to the save file, so you can try this yourself if you would like to, and let me know what you guys think. I've struggled, and I'll be the first to admit. So I have never lasted more than what would be 2 episodes so far. So I'm hoping that doing it on camera makes me think about it a little more. We'll see. But I already feel like I'm behind. So, all right, guys, have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye.